Okay, first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Fatin Nur Shazira binti Sahril. My matrix number is 203303. Okay, as everyone know, our topic for today is human rights. The banning of smoking in eateries is violating the right of people to smoke, and the ban can be seen as a form of mistreatment on people's right and freedom. Okay, I would like to share with you guys about my thoughts. Honestly, I am totally disagree with this topic. It is because there should be no exceptions when it comes to a law protecting public health. Right, but if there are exceptions, then that means our government or any other government um, that are not taking the law seriously. And yeah, for as we know, we need to understand. For me, we need to understand what an indoor area is means. That it defines that it is any enclosed area with walls or a roof, and if there is smoking inside it, it could harm the health of the public. So yeah, I totally disagree with this topic. And maybe Shafiq, can you add more some points?
Okay, first of all, my name is Muhammad Shafiq Alha bin Abdul Rashid. My matric number 203264. I disagree with Fatin point because in my opinion, a smoking ban at eateries and public place inspire them to quit to smoking, and they reduce the risk of secondhand smoke. It is because secondhand smoke can lead to increase risk to blood pressure, cardiovascular, and respiratory problem. By smoking in alone, this can be prevented. How about Shahairul?
Hi, my name is Muhammad Shahir Wishaji bin Abdullah, and my metric is 202850. First, I agree with Fatin because the health right of people around are more important than the right to smoke, because the danger of cigarette cannot only happen to the smoker himself but can also involve people around through cigarette smoke produce. And another point for me is because the restaurant is where we eat and enjoy the food. I, as a smoker, also feel uncomfortable and distracted when to eat, but smell of cigarette is around me, so I feel not uncomfortable. How about the others?
Hello. My name is Fatika binti Safuddin. My metric number is 202005. In fact, I actually totally agree with Fatin and also Shahar regarding the ban, because I think that by banning smoking in eateries, in fact, is really initiative. The reason is why we need to understand eateries itself is a public places where there is a lot of people from variation of generation, such as children, old peoples, and someone that have a health issues. So by saying that smoking in entry is actually violating human right, is actually dismiss the right of those people that are actually exposed to the second-hand smoking. And then you should be aware that those smokers that smoke in eateries is actually completely discrediting the other people's human right here. So I think what Shafiq have said regarding that, by agreeing that banning smoking is a really good initiative because it will inspire them to quit smoking. I think is actually a totally different point, because I think even though you ban it, but actually people will still smoke. Yeah. And then how about Rizwa? How about your opinion?
For my opinion is the the focus is the banning of smoking in interior is a violent the right of. I am disagree with this statement because banning of smoking in sorry. I mean is I agree with this statement, banning of smoking in place that a lot of people is eat. Uh, for me, I am is a ex-smoker, and I feel like that is not right if someone smoke in the restaurant or something like that, because that it uh, will 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 make people annoying with the smoke, the tobacco smoke. For me, that is good for government that make the rules. People cannot smoke in the restaurant. If they are smoke in the restaurant, the police or the KKM will summon the people who smoke in the restaurant. I agree with the Fatin, Sharul, and Nur Fatika.
Can I paraphrase your answers? Means that you said that you actually agree with the statement, but then the explanation that you actually giving is actually you are totally disagree with the statement actually.
The focus is the banning of smoking in the area is violent of human rights. Oh, sorry, I am confused.
Okay, it's okay, it's okay.
Yeah.
Do you to add on anything regarding the points for those that support the point, which is
My point
Shafiq?
is the banning of the smoking in the area is not a violent because we try to save the other life, because the second smoker will have the high risk to get a lung cancer or respiratory problem and the heart. What I mean, yeah, that is my add point lah.
Okay. In addition, I think every restaurant or eateries have to make one special area to smoker to smoke uh, at the place, and the smoker not disturb the other customer. Okay, that's
Yeah, I completely understand point. But then how about this customer that violate that rules? Like eventually you also notice if you go to the online like Telegram, like Facebook, you will see that even the police is actually smoking in the eateries itself. So how can you when you're preparing those places, it's still near with the eateries itself. The smoke will be in there by the wind. Yeah.
um,
uh, the problem, how to solve the problem is every restaurant need, like Shafiq said, every restaurant need to build some rooms, not place, rooms that smoke smoker will smoke in the room, not in the open open side.
Sorry, I would like to add on some points. Okay, regarding from the points that Shafiq Adaha gave that about second-hand smoke, right? From my research, second-hand smoke is a combination of smoke that comes from a cigarette and smoke breathed out by a smoker. Then when a non-smoker like us is around someone smoking, they breathe a second-hand smoke. And then this second-hand smoke is very dangerous to anyone who breathes it in. It can stay in the air for several hours after somebody smokes. And then from what I know, second-hand smoke uh, really like when we are breathing this second-hand smoke for even a short time can hurt our body. like can give effect in our body, right? So yeah, I think for separating the smokers from non-smokers, like in the public area, um, should be the effective way to give the awareness of the public health.
Thank you for the point. Actually, I want to add a little from that point. Actually, I completely agree lah what you say by saying that the second-hand smoke is actually those people who work or those people who eat in a tree is actually exposed to those second-hand smoke. But and then when we relate it to the topic that we have, which is the banning the smoking in eateries, in fact, violating the smoker human right? I think if because I against it, so I support the amendment that you actually unknowingly actually deny the access of the safe and healthy working lifestyle environment by involuntarily expose those workers to the second-hand smoke. In fact, these people is actually walking in trees, then they have to expose to the smoke every day. So what about their right? What is that by saying that second-hand smoke, by saying that the smoker have right to smoke in the eateries when they themselves doesn't really care about others. Do you have, by the way, Shahairul, do you have anything you want to add on regarding any points that you want to add on?
Okay. Like we know, in Malaysia, have done this like Shafiq Ada says, like McDonald, it have some space for a smoker like outside, and to a non-smoker, you can eat in the inside at aircon. So Malaysia have done it.
How about Shafiq Arha? Do you want to do you want to uh, do you want
Yes.
to add on for your
Okay. In my edition, I think the banning of smoking in eateries also can affect our the business of the restaurant. Because usually the smoker would come to eat and smoke. Uh, After they finish eating, so they not come to they want to smoke, so they not come to the same eateries, or they just go to the another restaurant who has provide the smoking area, I think.
Okay, I completely understand from your point of view. But if compared to the smoker and non-smoker ratio, I think the non-smoker ratio is bigger than the smoker. Yeah. So it completely doesn't affect the business of those people who actually are selling food in the eateries. And then we actually have 1 minute left. Do you guys want to add on anything, or we can just straight to the conclusion of the discussion? Are you guys still staying by your point of view, or do you want to change it to other point of view? And then if not, we can vote which is the majority so that we can conclude the discussion, whether we agree with the thing or whether we are not agree with the thing.
Yeah, I still stand with my opinion, which is still disagree with the topic.
How about us?
I changed my mind. I disagree with this topic because people can change.
Yeah,
So it's just say
I stay with my point.
with my
Harul.
point.
Okay, how about Swa? If there is not anything to add on, so the conclusion of the discussion today is actually we completely disagree with the point by stating that by banning smoking in eatery is actually violating the human right for the smokers. So I think we can close the discussion. Thank you everyone for the good discussion.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
Yeah,
you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Ah.